While you're watching this video, most likely we are hours away from finding out what is going to happen when we get the CPI data report on Thursday, October 13th, 8:30 a.m. Eastern. So, we are waiting to see what's going to happen with crypto. The big question everybody wants to know is the bottom in, right? And will this recent CPI inflation data create perhaps a new bottom? And here's the thing, Bitcoin has been remaining pretty steady, fluctuating somewhere between the 18 to $20,000 range for like 45 days now. So let's dive in and talk about where we could be heading. Before we do, make sure you hit the like button down below and subscribe right here for more content. I'm here every single day for you, bringing you up to speed on all the latest and greatest. All right, so let's jump in. How Bitcoin and crypto prices will react to the FOMC minutes and CPI inflation. Of course, we got the minutes earlier today, and prices are depreciating. There you can see Cardano's at 37 cents at the time of this recording. We're down slightly, not even 1%. Bitcoin's still hovering over 19K right now. But the big question is, will Bitcoin eventually go lower than it did when it set its yearly low this year? Of course, we've got to go way out here and see when Bitcoin in the last 3 months, got into the $17,000 range. I do think the longer we proceed here, the more likely it is that we are out of the woods, right? The 52-week low right now is 17,708. Okay. Sure, we could get there and maybe retest it. The big question is, are we really going to see a $12,000 Bitcoin? Really going to see a $10,000 Bitcoin? It depends who you ask, right? But let's talk about it here and talk about what we're looking to see for the FOMC CPI data that's coming out, here today. So Bitcoin and crypto prices have been treading water this week and really have been trading sideways for a long time and at least channeling in a very tight window for over a month now. So, any sign of cooling will be treated as confirmation of the need for the Fed to ease off interest rate rises. That's what we'll be looking for. Such an outcome would light a fire under stocks and crypto prices. So, here's the thing. Conversely, if producer price inflation continues to heat up, then expect risk assets to resume their sell-off. So it's a lot of it's going to depend on what the data is we get tomorrow, right? Again, if we get a sign that there's cooling, this will be treated as confirmation that the Fed can ease off interest rate rises. I don't see them easing. I just hope we get some decent news. I'm not expecting great news here with this data coming out this morning. I am expecting perhaps a little bit better news than the last time we got CPI data. I hope at least. But PPI inflation comes in lower than August reading. Let's talk about this a little bit. The data is in, and core PPI month on month rose at double the level expected by 0.4% as opposed to the 0.2% forecast. Not good. Meanwhile, year on year headline PPI was 8.5%, hotter than the 8.4% forecast, although that is down from 8.7% in August. And the last point seems initially to be the key takeaway for the market. As such, reaction so far is fairly positive. Bitcoin has remained largely unchanged, but could move higher if equities pick up some positive momentum. So we did get PPI inflation data today with the Fed meeting minutes, and so far, so good. Not terrible, right? Now, the S&P 500 is up 0.2%. The Dow's 61 points higher, and the NASDAQ 0.38%. This was earlier yesterday. Now, elsewhere, the UK 30-year government bond sell-off has picked up as well, with yields accelerating upwards 23 basis points. Now, the PPI data is the warm-up act for the main show, though, which is the Consumer Price Index inflation data release on Thursday, again this morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Now, the FOMC minutes could stir up the crypto market. Even before those hotly anticipated numbers are released, market participants will be provided with plenty to ruminate over. And we actually already got this data, and you can see we really didn't have much happen. Fed watchers will be looking for any changes of languages that could be interpreted as either the hardening or hawkishness of willingness to pivot away from such a trajectory, which means hiking interest rates. We'll get that information come at the beginning of November. So we shall see, right? But the verdict is still out in terms of what data we'll get tomorrow. But if we get something that's kind of in the middle, expect more of the same. Expect more sideways action. We're just going to have to see what actually happens here this morning with our data. And sorry if I'm saying tomorrow or data. I'm actually recording this the night before, but you're going to watch it in the morning. It's kind of confusing. But we'll keep tabs on it for you, of course. And here's the thing. Just remember why you started this journey in the first place. Don't lose sight of your mission and your goals when it comes to investing, because we're going through one bear market. You have to have a longer timeline than that. Any great investor will say, have a long-term plan. It is so easy to be derailed when you're only looking at things in a tight, short window, right? If you're only looking at things in a yearly time frame or a couple month time frame, man, it can be really frustrating. But believe in long-term investing. Have conviction in the assets that you've selected. And if you don't have conviction in those assets, reconsider your portfolio allocations. Get in assets that you have high conviction in. For me, one of those is Cardano. It's falling like a knife right now, and I'm okay with it. In fact, I'm looking at it as a big opportunity. Same thing with Bitcoin, Ethereum. I've been buying it every single day since April because I have conviction. Okay. This is going to look great 8 to 10 years from now. We're going to look back at these times and say, wow, what an opportunity these times were to make us a ton of money down the line, right? And better our lives, better our families' lives. I think that it's a lot of people's goals out there when they're investing. So again, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Really, really do. And thank you so much for taking part in this channel. Every single day I'm here for you. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care.